Each year, thousands of students or community members visit the Student and Community Writing Centers. The Student Writing Center is open to any SLCC student who is working on writing assignments for any class. The Community Writing Center is open to the Salt Lake community for writing workshops and one-to-one response. The success of the writing centers and their various missions working with students and community members is well documented and mostly understood by students, faculty, staff, and administration of the college. However, the impact on the education and lives of SLCC students who are employed by the writing centers is not as well understood. The purpose of this video is to give you a sense of the important role that the writing centers play in the education and future of those who work as peer writing advisors and writing assistants. We spoke with 4 former employees of the Student and Community Writing Centers, as well as 2 current employees to gauge the impact that their work in the centers had on their education as well as their careers.
After I got an associate degree from the Salt Lake Community College, I got a bachelor's degree at the University of Utah. I studied speech communication. This fall I'll be attending Westminster College, doing an evening MBA program.
I just finished my bachelor's in English at the University of Utah, and I've been accepted to an MFA program at the University of Arizona.
I pursued a bachelor's in social work that I received in like 3 weeks, and then I'll go on to grad school.
Bachelor's degree in philosophy, University of Utah. Graduate certificate in chemical dependency counseling, University of Utah. Master of Social Work, University of Utah.
I completed a Bachelor of Arts at the University of Utah in English Literature, and then from there went on to Theological Seminary and completed an MA in Theological Studies.
I've been a social worker since graduation for the state, for DCFS.
I worked with at-risk youth as what was my title? After schools activities. I did that, and I also, in the last year, have been working in early childhood education in an administrative role as the assistant school director.
Now I work for the state of Utah, the International Trade and Diplomacy Office.
When we moved to Austin, I worked for Travis County Corrections as a counselor, and then the last year I've been the executive director of a counseling center called New Life Institute.
The most important skill that was developed as a writing assistant was being able to analyze a rhetorical situation and then figure out how to then proceed to achieve whatever goal, which was where I really struggled.
Along with finding my own voice in writing through being a writing tutor, I also helped facilitate that in others.
One of the most valuable things that I learned was to see writing as a process instead of a product.
The thing that I liked most about the Writing Center was the ability to kind of direct our own projects that we were working on.
You know, when you're teaching, you learn what's important and how to bring that incorporate that into your own work, because you're trying to explain to someone else how to do it as well.
Most memorable experience? It would have to be working with, the people that we worked with. The other assistants were great. We were all students. We were all kind of in the same spot.
I kind of just stopped with the process of working on tutoring and just asked her a little bit about herself. And one of the first things I asked her was, well, this is your second or maybe third language, and I just asked her, how many other languages do you speak? And it turned out she knew 5 other languages, and she was learning English and Spanish at the same time. So it was kind of just a peer moment to step away from the writing and acknowledge that this person was not stupid, was not ignorant, but was learning something new and knew much more than I did.
I remember just sort of switching into that mode and kind of going like, I sort of see, because I just started inviting her more into a conversation about her writing.
I really loved that writing group that we did with the harm reduction project, and I don't think it's an experience that really you would get in another college kind of job.
I was asked to write something, I think it was like a press release or something, and I sat down and I wrote it in like 30 minutes, and I did not cry or feel panicked or even slightly at all horror. And then I handed it to Jeremy to edit, and I realized what I had done, that I didn't cry or freak out or anything, and it was awesome. I was like, oh, I'm learning, that's great.